What's up, Wikimaniacs? Welcome to another Monday Reddit reading episode. It's your boy Sean here, and this week we have a husband who gets a secret vasectomy, another husband who does not like being told to change the channel, a hardworking mother earns some praise, and a dating app date turns into an impromptu skinny dip session. But that's not it. It wouldn't be a Monday episode without a segment from the amazing Underbaki, so we'll end the episode with that. Unless you're a patron, and you'll get an intimate reading of some award-winning smut. That's right, the return of the smut, baby. If that sounds interesting to you, you could join our Patreon or become a YouTube member. Links are in the bio. Reddit on bio. Holy moly, we are starting off strong. Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Get therapy.
How do I read?
Get therapy.
And it has begun. Welcome, Wikimaniacs. It's your boy Sean. With me today, just one J of double J. Josh, say hello.
Hello, I'm out here in the bayou.
Bayou.
Chilling with Rob DeSantis.
And the fly, Ricky, and Ricky's family.
Yeah.
Yeah, down in the bayou, where all the links are to our show notes.
All just chilling down here. Yeah, exactly right.
Fuck my ass.
What's up, dude?
Not too much. I do want to say before we get started, we'll end the episode how we always end my episodes by reading Venmos and stuff. But I got to say, Wikimaniacs, you guys are coming through for Nora. So thank you guys so much. We'll get into it, but I just wanted to lead with that. Thank you guys for helping us help Nora.
The support's been amazing.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. Truly, my Venmo has never been more full. And, I'm happy it's going to something bigger than us. So thank you guys for that. But before we get started, Josh, anything on your end?
Nothing. I guess we should address why John's here. He's on vacation.
Oh, well deserved. He's very tired.
He's been working hard. So he's
took his mom to a cruise.
Yeah.
Just him and his mom rocking the cruise life for, I think, almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He's gone for a while, y'all.
Quite a while.
Yeah, he's not going to be here next week, I don't think. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah, I guess we'll see when he gets back. But
I want to say I looked at the calendar. It's a while.
It is a while. He sent us a text. He said, "See you, boys." And that was the last we've heard from him. But yeah, so hopefully he's having a great trip out there. He won't hear this until he gets back. But
all right, let's hop straight into it, guys. This one is coming from r/true off my chest, coming from diminishing mid-score return. This is, my husband got a vasectomy and didn't tell me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hopefully after you had all the kids that you wanted.
We will see.
Oh, no.
All right. Throwaway because my husband knows my main. I don't know what to do. My 31 female, husband 32 male, fake name Chris, and I have been married for 4 years, and we've been together for 6. When we first got together, we had several long talks about how we both wanted a big family. I wanted to be very upfront that child-free is not an option, and I said I wanted to have at least 4 kids. I'm an only child, and I know how lonely that is. I also said I wanted to have them about a year or a year and a half apart so they can grow up close.
Just popping them out for
just
6 years. I was going to be busy.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't be me, but good on you. Knowing what you want.
I want 2 max.
2, I feel, is a good number for me as well. If I was to have kids, honestly, they're not alone. But
if money was not an option, I probably would have 3. But kids are so expensive, and I don't want them to live a poor life. So,
yeah, that's
probably
where
2 is probably financially responsible for me.
You financially responsible, Sean?
Yeah,
I ain't never heard it.
How am I going to buy my Supreme jackets with 3 babies?
That's true. That's true.
He Chris always wholeheartedly agreed to this and often made jokes like, quote unquote, whether we have 4 or 6, have as many as we want. It's your call since you pretty much have to do all the work. And even on our
Fair.
wedding day, before we left the reception for our honeymoon, he whispered, can we get out of here and start on baby number 1? I loved how excited he always seemed. To be clear, I didn't get off of my birth control until about 2 months after we were married, and I got pregnant soon after with our first daughter, Joy. Joy was a happy pregnancy. Long birth, but she was a beautiful, healthy baby. She went through colic. I'm not sure what that is, which was trying. Colic, yeah. She went through colic, which was trying, but other than that, she was a happy first edition, according to me. I noticed Chris became distant during my first pregnancy, but when I asked him about it, he said he just had a lot on his mind, being a new father and everything. He said he was still excited, but something had changed. For reference, we both work full time. I make about $20K more than him, and we have a 5-bedroom house that we live in as a gift from my mom.
Damn.
Who was very excited to be a grandma to many grandchildren.
I wish I had a house gifted to me.
I low-key, this house was gifted to me.
Shit.
Low-key. I mean, we're paying for it, but we got a nice discount.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. Shout out mom and dad. Love you. My job is fully remote, but still offers maternity leave. And I have a nest egg savings for emergencies. And I feel it's important to mention this because I know finances can be a major stress factor when it comes to having kids, but I didn't want that for me and Chris. Then Joy came out perfectly. Chris had 3 months of paternity leave and was home with us for a majority of that time.
Seems like the perfect scenario, other than the colic baby. That's like, that can be very, very difficult. That's basically when the baby cries and screams for like a long periods of time.
Oh, okay.
So it can be hard to sleep and stuff like that.
I can see how that's stressful. For sure.
Yeah, it can be stressful, but I mean, everything around that scenario seems like you guys have got it made.
Prepared
Yeah.
perfectly.
Yeah.
My mom also visited a lot and she paid to have cleaners come. Awesome, Mom.
Wow.
There were still a lot of long nights and it was tough for me to breastfeed, but overall, nothing unexpected. Chris still seemed to be distant, but always helped with Joy. We have an agreed open phone policy, so I did check his phone quite often, but didn't find any signs of cheating. He goes through my phone whenever he wants to as well. I asked him if he found me unattractive while I was pregnant, and he assured me no. He loves me and is excited for our family. Fast forward a year after, we're sleeping through the night, and I am back to work, saw my doctor, and was cleared to try for bundle of joy number 2. And Chris seemed very enthusiastic at this point. He even downloaded an app to track my fertility cycle so we could make the most of my ovulation times. We had a lot of fun, and he was always very passionate, but 6 months of trying with no pregnancy, I started to worry. I'd voice my concerns, and Chris would brush them off, so I tried my best to be patient, but then almost 2 years passed, and Joy is growing up by herself.
Oh.
I broke down to my mother crying, and she agreed to come with me to the doctor and get checked out. I was very emotional and scared, but the doctor assured me that everything is fine and that I should be able to conceive without any issues. I went to Chris with this knowledge, and he was very upset that I went to a fertility specialist. I explained I thought something might have gone wrong during my last pregnancy, and I was concerned that I was maybe blocked or infertile somehow. He said, why not just wait and, quote, just let nature take its course. And I said, our little girl is almost 3 and she's growing up by herself. I reminded him of our plans and he just nodded and said, all we can do is try. I asked if he would see a fertility specialist and he got angry, saying that there's nothing wrong with him and we don't have the money for fertility treatments anyway.
All right. I mean, I know the end of the story, so it's like
fuck this guy immediately.
Yeah. But like, him saying there's nothing wrong with him, that's not what going to a fertility specialist means. Nothing's like, that doesn't mean that something's wrong with you. It's to help you be able to conceive or find out reasons why you can't. So
yeah,
just declare, like I didn't like that he was like, there's nothing wrong with me. It's like, Well, if you had to go to a fertility clinic, there would be nothing wrong with you.
Yeah. In the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just trying to get some tips and figure out what's stopping you, because it's been 2 years of trying. So
yeah, to figure out why your tip's not working.
Yeah. But this confused me since we do have money. We have my savings and we are both doing pretty well. When he went to sleep, I decided to go through his phone again and went back through his calendar and call logs. I noticed about 8 months after Joy was born, there was a blocked day indicating that he had taken off from work. But it was in the middle of the week, and I don't remember any sort of special occasions behind why he'd take this random day off.
What kind of memory do you have to remember?
For real.
2.5 years ago. That's crazy.
I can't remember what we talked about last week, brother.
I scheduled a doctor's appointment for this week and I forgot about it. And that was only 3 weeks ago.
Hell yeah, dude. Whenever I have my dermatology appointments, sometimes they'll call me the day before and be like, "You're good to come, right?" And I'm like, "Yes, I'm there, obviously."
Excuse
and then it's
me,
like
boss,
15 minutes.
Have the day off tomorrow?
And then it's fucking 15 minutes before my appointment. And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what my experience was this week when I was like, "Oh yeah, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow."
Man,
shit.
At least you realize the day ahead.
Yeah, that's true.
Apologies, Dr. Richmond. I do my best. I went through his call logs and found an office number about a week before. And when I Googled the number, a local business where you could get a vasectomy appeared. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I instantly felt cold all over, and then I started to panic. I woke him up and confronted him. He just stared at me while I went off, and he admitted babies are harder than he thought, and he felt like my first pregnancy took forever.
What?
I couldn't believe it.
The pregnancy is 9 months, give or take. You know,
it was too
so long.
I couldn't believe it. I packed my things, got Joy, got her things, and drove to my mom's house. She was in distress with my sudden appearance and my inability to stop crying. I finally told her yesterday morning what happened, and she's just beside herself. I don't know what to do, but every time I think about how having sex, Chris would talk to me about giving me a baby, all while knowing he had a vasectomy the entire time. I feel so disgusted, so stupid. I can't believe my little girl is going to grow up alone. Chris has been blowing up my phone, but I just keep letting it ring, and I haven't read any of his text messages. Edit. To those saying I coerced my poor husband into agreeing into a big family. Wrong.
What?
Yeah. Wild
not
take, Reddit.
Yeah, what the fuck? She off the bat was like, "I want a big family." That's communication and healthy relationship talking before you get married and get locked into a relationship where you want different things. That was a very smart thing to do, not what coercion. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes Reddit sucks ass, y'all.
Oh, a lot of the time.
I was always open and honest about my dreams and told him it's okay if he wanted different things. And he not only repeatedly agreed and accepted, he also helped me plan, nest, put together the nursery, and enthusiastically participated in conversations regarding having multiple children around friends and family, and always said we'd have at least 4. That was our number. Him getting a vasectomy behind my back was a complete shock. Also, we've both always agreed to the open phone policy. I never betrayed his trust by going through his phone, since I always had his consent to do so, and he has mine. We even have the same phone passcode. I never wanted to be in a relationship where we kept secrets from each other. I know other couples feel different, but this is another thing he always 100% claimed that he agreed with me on. I vaguely remember one week where he actually turned me down for sex, claiming he had a head cold and he didn't join me in the shower like usual during that time. But I didn't think anything about it. And no, men never need a wife's signature to get a vasectomy.
Damn. Is it different the other way?
I
would have. I mean, it probably will. The answer will probably disappoint me, but I don't actually know.
Would hope not.
I would imagine some states. if
Yeah.
we're being honest with ourselves.
Yeah, fuck my ass.
Man. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever be able to trust him again because being able to talk to you about that is like kind of a deal breaker. Plus, he lied to you for 2.5 years
That's the crazy part.
about, like wanting to fulfill your dream of a large family, and you're just watching your daughter slowly grow up and that dream slowly fade away. So for me, I don't know if I'd have a real hard time continuing this relationship. Like it is reversible, but you already know where his true heart is, and it's not with a large family. So it's like, I don't know. Like I think you need to probably find someone who actually wants that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think there's any saving it because it's understandable after having your first kid to be like, whoa, holy shit. I don't know if I want to do that again.
But you're going through it together. Talk about it.
Yeah, but you have to fucking communicate. You can't just get a fucking secret vasectomy. And then for 2 years to like, you didn't even tell her like, oh, no, I don't really want to have another kid again. You fed into,
enthusiastically fed into her
dream, which was ultimately
your
never
dream.
going to happen. Supposed to be y'all's dream together, but you can't communicate. So it's crazy to get the vasectomy, crazy to lie about it for 2 years, crazy to, I'm going to put a baby in you. You know what I mean? Like fucking get her hopes up. 2 years of that is like, if you could lie about that for 2 years, you're pretty much just taking advantage of your wife and the situation. And it's, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't think there's a return.
I'd say even at the point where he got the vasectomy, that's where I'm like, I feel this relationship is done. Cause it's like there is the lying, and that's just the cherry on top for me.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that he didn't communicate any of that part at all.
Yeah.
There's no trust. There's no trust that like I would never be able to believe this person ever again. And the way he gaslit you for 2 years is
to have sex the first time after having your vasectomy and not immediately letting the guilt rush over your body.
Yeah.
I don't think you're a good person after that. No. I don't think I can imagine in a moment of weakness getting the vasectomy and being like, oh shit, what have I done? And then, talking about it.
Here's the thing.
But then to get the vasectomy and then fucking not only one time, not just a couple times, 2 years. Download the app to really just doing everything you can to make it sure her hopes are being brought up. Is just
to dash it away.
Yeah, it feels kind of fucking evil, man.
Yeah.
Feels evil.
I guess you're right. If it had the first, if he'd gotten it and then immediately was like, well, why the fuck did I do that? And went to her. That is probably savable. Like go to marriage counseling, hopefully be able to get it reversed, and then talk it out. And when you're both in a good headspace, then work on another one. If you get to that point, if not, it might end there as well. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know where you go from there. That's a whole different scenario, but just absolutely crazy behavior.
I can't believe that shit. 2 years.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready to move to the next story, Josh?
Hopefully it's a little more lighthearted. That was dark.
It's not. It does, it gets better by the end. The very last story is fine.
Okay. Oh, and wait, I have a pun for the last one.
Perfect.
You got to snip that guy out of your life.
Love that. I don't.
John's not here. I got to try.
I'm sure the Wikimaniacs appreciate it. I'm sure
they're just groaning.
But not me. All right. This one is coming from r/relationship ground score advice, cross-posted by the 67th Bitch Brigade.
Hell yeah. Go?
Honestly? Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while, but we have done them quite a few times.
Yeah. My husband, 28 male, told me, 26 female, that he wished my C-section would go wrong.
I can't see a scenario where that's a good thing. Jesus.
And you would be right. This is not great. I don't know if this is a trigger warning because nothing
Difficult
physical.
birth?
I guess emotional abuse.
Okay. Yeah,
I would
for
say
sure.
that.
Just off the title. Yeah.
Just off the title. I would say if that title sounds bad, I assure you it is, and you could skip to the next one.
Is there talk of complicated birth?
Not really. No.
Okay. Okay.
Well, he hopes that
Right.
it is, but
Okay.
if, it doesn't get there.
All right.
And where this stems from is just, are you kidding me, brother? Anyways, all right, let's get into it.
Just the breast milk thing.
It's even stupider.
How is that stupider than that?
My husband, 28 male, and I, 26 female, got into an argument tonight. He wanted to watch a new show during supper, and I wasn't too big of a fan of it because I knew it had violence, but we started watching it anyways after I finally caved.
This is Sienna and I, except I just never get to watch my show until I'm alone. She's like, we'll see like the trailer. It'll be like, look violent. And I'll be like, oh, this looks good. She'll be like, nah. And I'll be like, all right, this will be a me time kind of show.
I guess we won't be sharing this one.
Yeah. Shogun was a hit and miss for that one.
I still need to watch that. I hear nothing but good things. And I just saw it got renewed for 2 and 3. So
yeah, I'm so
exciting.
Excited. Yeah.
Our son is 1.5 years old and was eating in his high chair, and the show started to get very violent. So I asked my husband to turn it off, and he refused. I told him it's not good for our son to watch this kind of stuff, and he still refused to turn it off. A guy in the show got slammed against the wall, and our son said, uh-oh. So after my husband still refused to turn it off, I grabbed our son out of the high chair and left the room. My husband then paused the show and started cleaning up the mess from the high chair and said that I was being ridiculous.
No.
I then showed him an article about how watching violence is not good for a child's development, even if they can't understand what they're seeing. He then proceeded to call me a bitch.
What a response.
Yeah. Fucking for
0 to 100.
For a TV show? Brother, just watch it later.
Dude, you are single-handedly proving that violent TV shows convert to violence.
Yeah, he fucking hopped up on adrenaline from this show.
Yeah, just
bringing
immediately.
It home.
Holy shit.
I told him, please do not call me a bitch. I'm not being a bitch. I'm being a parent. Stop letting your pride get in the way of doing what's right for our son. He then proceeded to call me a cunt and then threw a drain plug at me.
What the fuck?
I turned and it grazed my back. I turned back and stared at him in disbelief. And he tells me, quote, I hope your C-section goes bad. I hate you, end quote. I'm currently pregnant with our second child. I'm in such disbelief right now. I don't know how to process what just happened or what I even should do. Is this something that can be fixed or forgiven?
No.
No, I think no.
I
That's
don't
physical.
think so.
That's violence.
Yeah. I'm wanting to do a C-section on him right now.
Yeah. Apologies. If somebody, I said there was no physical thing. I forgot he threw something at her.
Yeah. I mean, luckily it didn't hit her directly, but still the act is horrendous.
The intention was there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. And this is not a safe environment for you or your kid.
No. Well, he clearly doesn't care about your kid.
Clearly not.
At all. So, yeah, I would absolutely leave him. I got to do John's classic. I don't usually wish harm on people.
Yep. He's not here. We have to take up the mantle.
But I want to do a C-section on this man.
I fucking agree.
Holy shit, dude. What a thing to wish for to your pregnant wife who is parenting not only your child, but you as well.
Yeah.
Like, insane.
For a TV show, brother.
For a TV show that you can watch later.
You can watch it while she's in the shower.
Yeah.
You could watch while, you have alone time, presumably. I know when you have a 1.5-year-old kid, probably not a ton of alone time. But while you shit, you could watch TV. Like I'm sure there are times where you could watch this, lunch break, something. You know what I mean?
Here's what I'll tell you too. TV shows, you know, they're like, once it's produced, it's there forever. You can go back and watch that whenever the fuck you want, years from now.
Yeah, that's true.
For now, you're stuck with Bluey. I hate to tell you, my brother.
And Bluey's fucking awesome, brother.
I heard it slaps.
It's fucking the theme song.
Yeah, I've heard the theme song. It's
the
very
theme song
good.
is good. I've watched a couple episodes when I hang out with my nieces.
Yeah,
I like the show. I can't lie to you. It's pretty damn good.
That's where you practice your accent.
Yeah, mom, dad. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. This guy, I would not take that. I would.
No,
that's a divorce for me.
I'd be gone and taking child support if I were you.
Absolutely.
Fuck that guy.
All right, this next one is coming, and John would love this one. It's coming from r/LinkedIn lunatics.
Oh, damn.
Haven't heard that one before. It's new to me. And it's cross-posted by First Pershawn Energy.
Oh, go.
There it is. Oh, yeah. You know, I'll read my title. This is A Hardworking Mother Earns Praise.
What's the actual title?
It gives away too much. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
This is a LinkedIn post. Their name has been taken out, and I think their company has also been taken out.
Scratched out.
This is a president and CEO of a company that is leading tactical model portfolio builders and market research provider.
Oh my God. They just threw words into a salad bowl. Said, what the fuck's going to come out of here?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Here we go. Was out yesterday and grabbing food when I went into a location because the drive-thru was packed and not moving. Inside, I saw people hustling and working to get orders out. A woman said to be right with you after greeting me. She came over, and as she did, a baby was crying in a stroller parked next to the register. She said, shh, it's okay, and then asked if she could help me. She then told me she was actually on maternity leave, but came in to help the staff on Mother's Day because they were swamped. I was so impressed by her care and determination.
I hate corporate America.
Fuck this
piece of shit.
Asshole.
Ah.
But that's not the whole story. After I ordered and I was waiting, I asked her how old her toddler was. She points to the one I saw crying and says, he's 2. But this one is 2 days old.
2 days.
She had a newborn in the car seat covered up with the stroller. She had a child 2 days before this. And instead of complaining or doom scrolling on her phone, she made a choice to come in and help the team on Mother's Day. This type of grit, this type of determination, care, and drive is so inspiring. My wife and I were completely floored. As someone who has 3 kiddos and who was raised by a single mom, I was nearly brought to tears. I asked her if she owned the business, and she said no. I said, you should.
Oh, is that just how it fucking works?
Yeah.
I
didn't know
just
that
own
easy.
this business. Wow.
I hope this inspires you in whatever situation you are in to keep going. Don't give up. Don't give in. Keep going. You're seen.
I fucking hate LinkedIn for many of these reasons. Fucking bullshit where they blanket struggling and not being able to take paternity or maternity leave or vacations or sick days and blanketing that as, oh, you just got to work harder. You got to want it. Grind set, mindset.
You got to love the grind.
Yeah. Not everyone wants to live that way. Most people want a family life balance with work and just enjoy life and work a job where, sure, they probably care to a point, but they want to go home, forget about work, and just be present with their family members. And this woman who is struggling and doesn't have paternity leave and has to bring her 2-day-old baby into work, let alone her toddler. That's another thing.
2 kids, 2 years old and 2 days old.
2 days old, where she should definitely still be on paternity leave.
She should not be standing and working.
No. She should be sleeping with her husband taking care of the baby because he has paternity leave. You know
also,
what I mean?
Don't know if the baby should be in a restaurant at 2 days old.
Huffing that grease in. Yeah, like I fucking hate that mentality where it's just like, yeah, work hard, grind. It's like, yeah, you could do that in your early 20s when you don't have a family and you're just fresh out of school, you got a lot of energy. But like once you start wanting to settle down and balance life with work, like I hate that mentality that is just ingrained in our society that we have to just keep working and then when you retire, which none of us fucking can because we'll never make enough money to retire, you just die when you're done working. Like what a fucking depressing life to live. I hate that.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's such bullshit. And then like you look at
other countries.
Yeah, you're like Canada is terrible too for like holidays. I saw like a list of countries that have the most holidays. Canada and US were very much at the bottom. And then you see like Europe with like 30 plus days in some countries. And it's like, yeah, that's way better of a lifestyle. And like, I would take way less pay. I mean, if inflation, worked out, to have that many vacations, you know what I mean? It's just, it angers me so much. I try to avoid LinkedIn for that reason.
Oh, goodness gracious. The fact that he asked the stupid ass question, he knows the answer to that stupid question. Mm-hmm. Are you the owner? Bitch, if you were are you at your fucking job, Mr. CEO or whatever? Yeah. No, you're fucking eating out on Mother's Day. So yeah, what a stupid ass question. You know the answer. Do you think the owner is there? Because you're thinking wrong. The owner is absolutely not there. The owner is eating brunch somewhere with, their family.
If it's a local like restaurant, then maybe they might be there. I'll say that, but yeah, they're probably with their mom on Mother's Day.
Probably, and it is just, if the owner was there, I would find who calls in someone that's on maternity leave.
Yeah,
fuck the customers at that point. They can fucking wait. What are you talking about? Bringing in somebody to help the drive-through. Fuck you, man. 2 days? 2 days after having a child, you expect somebody to come in?
Well, this is the same person that didn't give his employees maternity leave.
That's true.
Well, it doesn't surprise me.
It said that they were on maternity leave, right?
Oh.
But they were called in during maternity leave, I think.
Well, I think that's illegal, too.
Yeah, this is wrong.
That's wild. Okay.
You should not be working 2 days in.
Yeah. Goddamn.
Yeah, she was actually on maternity leave, but came in to help the staff. What?
Oh, I missed that part.
Fuck?
Okay.
What the absolute fuck? No.
That's crazy. Damn. Well.
All right, let's bring it up. We've had 3
Thanks
depressing
for making me
stories.
Hate society again, Sean.
Oh, sad, and then mad, and then here we go. This one is we bring it up with my favorite subreddit. This is coming from r/TIFU, coming from Ultimate Nintendo Hero.
Hell yeah.
Rising up the charts. I got to tell you, Ultimate.
Yeah, I've heard them name a couple times now.
All right. This is a dating app date turns into an impromptu skinny dip session.
Ooh.
Love
Have you heard, well, there's that big Bumble scandal where they're basically like telling women that they have to date, basically. I forget exactly what it was. But it was a weird, it was a weird campaign where they were just like, oh, you have to date or whatever kind of thing. All the women on the Bumble app were like, fuck you, actually.
I think I'm switching
apps. But they also started announcing that they're going to start doing AI matching, which is like, have you ever seen that Black Mirror episode where, so you sign up for this dating app, you fill in like a profile, and then it'll send your avatars on a like virtual date. Like it doesn't show you this, but this is what they're doing in the algorithm. And then just
sure Nancy has seen it. Nancy loves that show.
Oh, Black Mirror, so good. But anyway, they go on like a date to see how compatible you would be in a simulation.
Oh, so
basically.
in the show, the AI is like simulates a date between two profiles.
Yeah. Which spoilers because you don't find out until the end.
It's not happening in real life.
Yeah, but that episode has been out for over half a decade. So
that show is so scary because it feels like we are not far away from all of that.
A lot of stuff has happened or is going to happen. Yeah.
I don't like it. New ChatGPT terrifies me so bad, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so scared of that shit.
It's over. All I thought of was Sean just screaming at his phone.
The whole time I was watching it, I was like, watch a movie, please. Fuck, it's over. When it's laughing at you and like laughing with you and making jokes and understanding sarcasm, I'm like, oh, we're fucking toast. We're so fucking toast.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let's get into it. I'm scared.
Hey, you made me mad at society. I had to throw it right back to you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's only fair. All right. Matched with a girl on Tinder, and we went on a couple of dates. By the end of date number 2, we realized the physical attraction was present, but literally every other attraction was non-existent. Not wanting to waste our sexual chemistry, we decided to hook up at her place. Moments after I arrived, she started giving me a tour of her house. As soon as she showed me her backyard, my inner 5-year-old came out, and I ran straight towards the trampoline. Insane move. Insane move. You're there to hook up, and she shows you the back, and you go, oh, shit. Don't even say anything. Just fucking jet to the trampoline.
That's such golden retriever energy.
Just like, oh, shit.
Oh, a trampoline. I got to jump on that shit.
For real, like a dog. Just, no thought.
God. I respect it. He knows what he wants.
That's like he made his choice in that split second. Yeah. Trampoline is more important than sex.
To be fair, he knew they weren't going to work out anyway. So
that's true. That's true.
Mean, you got to get a good bounce in. You never know when your next one is.
Cue to my feet leaving solid ground as I jumped. Midair, I heard the girl screaming at me in the background, but her reaction made no sense to me until my feet came in contact with the surface of the trampoline. Turns out, wasn't a trampoline. It was a swimming pool cover. A fact that became obvious as fuck when I instantly became submerged in water instead of bouncing up and down.
Oh my God.
My life flashed before my eyes, especially the moment when I thought about going for swimming lessons, but never did. I was not only fighting to keep my head above water, but also fighting the pool cover from closing in on me.
Oh, yeah, those are dangerous. I think.
The girl whose pool was trying to kill me was nowhere to be seen. I repeatedly screamed for help, in between frantically spitting out way too much water for my mouth and desperately gasping for air. All of the stamina that I had saved up for sex dropped to 0 in seconds. Death was approaching. But that motherfucker was not fast enough because soon a guardian angel came to my rescue just in time. A person I've never seen before dived into the pool and pulled me out. When I was done coughing up water and calmed down, I looked up at 2 people standing over me. One was the girl who was going to sleep with me. The other was a totally naked wet guy lying on the ground after almost leaving the living, and then suddenly seeing another man's dick from a low angle was not how I expected my evening to go. Based on the conversation that followed, I learned that this naked wet man was the housemate of the girl that I was going to hook up with. While I was literally fighting to stay alive, this poor girl ran back into the house, got the naked wet man who was in the shower at the time to come and save me. I awkwardly thanked him for saving my life and apologized to her for being an impulsive idiot. The guy joked that it's been a while since he went skinny dipping and offered to let me borrow some of his dry clothes. I said it was okay, but he insisted. I then dried off and got dressed in his room while he finished showering. The clothes he made me wear were short and tight from top to bottom, which was not due to the size difference between us, but because I quickly came to realize that he might be someone who enjoyed showing off his body with or without clothes. Homoerotic decorations in his room also suggested that he deeply appreciated the male form. The vibe was beginning to make me feel that I was about to have sex with him instead of her, especially since he was low-key making inappropriate jokes in the shower about the best ways that I could repay him for saving his life. Anyways, I get out of the room before he finishes showering, and then the plan was to proceed with the original plan, aka have sex with this poor woman.
Oh man, he's still going.
Okay. But alas, she was no longer interested in the original plan. When I saw her again, she didn't even react to the super tight shirt and shorts that I was wearing. Less than 5 minutes later, I was on my way home, telling the Uber driver the whole story and ending it off with how she was calling it a night because she was struggling to look at me without seeing me drowning. The Uber driver then laughed and said, "You're supposed to drown in the pussy, not for the pussy." While a good joke, I was too mad at myself to laugh.
Damn, we didn't need John. We had the Uber driver.
Yeah, the Uber driver is John.
Damn, that's the fact that it ended up being a pool instead of a trampoline makes me just think this was stupider than I originally thought it was. At first I was like, oh cool, impulsive guy, you know, yeah, does weird quirky things, sure, fine. And then it's just like, oh, it's a pool, so he's also a dumbass. Not to know the difference.
How dark does it have to be for it to, I mean, I guess they're
Like-
big round. I'm assuming this is an above ground pool. If not,
Yeah.
then this guy's even stupider than we think. Oh wow, an in-ground trampoline.
That's crazy.
But just, I wonder how dark it had to be for him to have confused the two. Because trampolines, I would imagine, are probably lower to the ground and are visible. Like you could see
Yeah.
the,
You can see
the
through.
legs.
I've seen many trampolines in my life, and I've seen many above ground pools, and none of they don't look at all the same, other than they're round. You know?
They're round, exactly right. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they had a few drinks prior to this because he Ubered
Maybe.
there. It sounds like. So maybe
Yeah,
he had a
that's
little
true.
bit of liquid courage and just got real excited and real confused.
Yeah.
And just went into business for himself there. I guess I don't know.
Part of me was like, after he got changed and was going to go to her room, I was like, please say he was walking past the back door and went, oh, trampoline.
Oh shit! I didn't see that before.
Oh, that's a completely different one.
Fucking idiot. All right, Josh, are you amazing for the amazing Underbaki segment of the week?
Did I have a stroke, or did you say amazing for the amazing Underbucky?
I honestly might have. It's been
Okay.
I've been working a lot, guys. But yeah,
You need a cruise.
are you dead ass for real?
Ask John. Maybe he'll take you on one.
Yeah, Nancy doesn't want to go on a cruise. She's scared of the motion sickness, and I don't blame her.
That's fair. Yeah.
But yeah, John, me next, please. All right, this is a segment by the amazing Underbaki. We're in for another get to know your hosts.
Oh,
Welcome back to the segment that leaves no questions left unanswered and allows all of your lovely welcome. Wow.
I'm now thinking it was you and not me.
Yeah,
this year.
it was definitely me. I did not think it was you for even a second. That leaves no question left unanswered and allows all of you lovely Wikimaniacs the opportunity to get to know your host.
Wow.
Alex always writes these as we'll just, answer these one at a time as opposed like only one of us gets one question, but we always pivot. We always answer all the questions. So let's
It's usually
hop
pretty quick.
into it. But if you have a question for your boys over here at Reddit on Wiki, make sure to let writer Alex know by shooting her a DM on the Discord channel. That's right, y'all. If
Oh,
y'all
hell
don't
yeah.
know, the amazing Underbaki can be reached on Discord. So if you have any questions you want, please DM her and then she'll plug them in this segment.
Let me look up her Discord username so that we could just.
Plug that in.
So if you tag Alex_Andrea94,
That's the best
Or
way to
you
get
can tag
your
all
question.
hosts too. If you,
Oh, yeah.
If you do @hosts, you'll get you'll get her.
Yes. But yeah, if you want any questions that you want us to answer, hit her up on the Discord. All right, Josh. Question numero uno. What TV show or movie do you quote on a regular basis?
Oh, man.
I feel like all sitcoms for me.
I'm pretty bad with just whatever TV show TikTok quote is going viral at the moment.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, The Office is a classic one I always go to.
You know,
Tim Robinson.
a real Tim Robinson. Yeah, that's
I always
almost
do
any
that one.
sitcom.
I'm joking. I'm joking. That's our big one right now.
I'll say this, an obscure one for me. It was a web series, not Jake and Amir, but I do quote that one a lot.
I do.
But
Yeah.
It was a web series called Pure Ownage. I don't know if anybody watched that. And it was like a mid 2000s.
Sounds familiar.
It's spelled pure ponage, but I think they pronounced it ownage.
Yeah, I did. I think I did watch this.
Yeah. And me and my group of friends say ownage all the time. Just like, oh my God, that's ownage. Blah, 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 ownage. Like, that's just a regular part of our vocabulary.
That's a good one. There was a time where I don't know if I've never actually watched this show, so I don't know anything about it, but Smiling Friends. Have you watched this show?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
It's a very bizarre looking show, and so I've never watched it, but it was trending on TikTok like a month and a half ago. And there's one guy who's like a superstar that's not famous anymore. And so he does like the want to see my Wembley victory dance? And he goes, ooh, ooh, ooh.
You be saying Wembley victory dance?
He just goes, ooh, ooh, ooh. So whenever I'm bugging Sienna, I always do the victory Wembley dance and say that. She's like, Jesus Christ.
Another thing, a fact that only me and you know, and anybody else that watches Jake and Amir, but are illegal that we've been doing.
Yep.
From Jake and Amir.
Illegal,
man. That's illegal. Yeah. Straight from Jake and Amir. And a very, Jake and Amir is, I don't know how well it's aged. It's definitely problematic for sure.
Yeah.
But it's of its time.
I feel better knowing the guys behind it are actually like genuinely good guys.
Oh yeah.
So-
I'm on their Patreon, and their Patreon is them watching old episodes, and like
Just cringing.
75% of it is just like, this is not, like, while funny, this is not okay.
Yeah.
Question number 2. Is there anywhere in the world you have zero interest in visiting, and why? Did this one already, unprompted last week. I did. When I said, yeah, that's why I have zero interest ever going to London.
Oh yeah.
And then I went off on
about
London.
that.
Apologies, London people. English.
That's crazy because UK is high on my list, and I know like all of the countries I want to go to in the UK. More for the vibes of like London and Ireland.
I think I would like to see Scotland and Ireland,
Like
even
the
though there is no
beautiful-
food there. But London in specific, to me, no offense, not really like, when I picture it, not very, not getting the nature scenery there. And it's just a city with worse food than the food that we have here. So I'm just like,
You're not necessarily getting English food there, but you
Yeah.
can get really good food there. I've heard.
yeah, I've heard the Indian food is fire. I think John mentioned that last time.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's good stuff. I'm sure I'm just talking shit.
I think the Nigerian food, if I'm not mistaken, is really good there too.
Mm.
Yeah, so yeah, lots of good stuff there. For me, I mean, Russia's on my list, right? For obvious reasons.
Pretty scary place to go right now, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say anywhere with a war. I don't
probably
want to
not
go to a
great.
war zone. I don't know. I don't have too many like.
There's no places I would not go. Travel is fun, so I probably would go anywhere.
Yeah, I obviously have a list, and I'm never going to get to every country. But yeah, I just would actively avoid any war zones. Would be my answer.
that's probably a solid one.
So it probably crosses out a lot of places, but
All right, last question of the day. What is an underrated party theme that you think needs more hype?
Oh man, I'm the
And
worst
then
at themes.
they give Alex gives the example of emo night, an ABC party, which is the anything but clothes party, or a Pitbull party, which I didn't know was the thing, where you dress up as Mr. Worldwide himself, Pitbull. I gotta say, emo party is probably one of the funnest ones I've done.
I don't know if it's underrated though.
Yeah, I don't know if it's underrated.
The Pitbull one so that's actually a funny story. When we went to Portugal, the bachelorette that they did was Pitbull. So they all had bald caps,
Fantastic.
sunglasses, and walked around Portugal with them.
Fantastic.
Sienna and I have a great picture where she's wearing the bald cap. I don't know. I don't know if this is underrated, but this is just something my friends and I used to do in like high school. We'd bring like all our gaming consoles and like do a LAN party kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Love a LAN party.
I don't think it's underrated, but goddamn, those were fun. For sure.
We really need to bring back local gameplay.
Yeah.
Online is
Sure.
great. Online is fun, but the memories of just getting together and only needing one console, and one fucking disc of the game. Truly, it's capitalism is the reason for it. But
100%.
back in the day when you could just have 4 controllers on one console.
Oh, those were the days.
I don't know if this is underrated, but it's a party theme that I've always wanted but haven't done because only 2 people would probably be excited in my friend group. But everybody dressing up as a wrestler, I think, would be very fun.
John would be down.
Yeah, there's just so many distinct looks. There's so many different looks you could do, and a lot of them look like superheroes or some shit. So like, it's very easy to get an iconic wrestling look, and the party would look live. But again, only 3 people I know would like it, would want to come. Everybody else would be burdened with having to fit this theme. But yeah, that'd be cool if you did it like on a big like showdown night or something like that. I don't know what they're actually called, but like a big event night. Yeah, I guess like a pay-per-view night.
Yeah.
All right, Wikimaniacs, that's it for this episode. But before we end it, like we talked about at the beginning of the episode, we have a lot of donations, meaning we have a lot of people to shout out and thank. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first?
It doesn't matter to me. Whatever you want to do.
I'll knock it out. Let's get it.
All
right. So, truly, Wikimaniacs, you guys went crazy. I don't know if I'm going to do a speed run of this, and if that is too long, that might be the last time I do these. I might just,
I limited mine to 20.
Yeah, that would have been smart.
I'll do 20 this week, 20 next week, 20 the week after. Just because there were so many PayPals as well that I was like, well, we'll just limit these. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just, I don't think it's going to stop. You know what I mean? Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
You guys are going ham and I love it. All right, here we go. First up, not related because these are, I guess, in order of the times I got Venmo'd. So, some of these were before we dropped the news of Operation Olive Branch.
Yeah.
So this first one is coming from Riley, who writes, "Yo, love the podcast. Already a rich, but here's the rest of my Venmo balance for some extra support. Also, I'm heading to Austin and El Paso, Texas during a road trip in the fall. And as a foodie, I was wondering if you guys had any food recs." Riley sends $2. Riley, I sent you some food recs in Austin. I just recently went on Venmo.
El Paso tacos.
El Paso, I don't know, but I'm sure the tacos there are fantastic. It's right on the border.
Isn't Old El Paso? Isn't that the taco?
Oh, yeah.
Brand?
Old El Paso with your taco sauce.
Yeah, with the taco sauce.
God damn it.
That's the only thing I thought of when I heard that town name.
Next up, we got Ayana, who writes, "For Gaza, love your guys' content. Thank you for opening the Venmo. It makes this much more accessible." They send $2.37.
Hell yeah.
Abby writes, "Y'all just had birthdays, right? Happy birthday." She sends $1. Next, we got
Thank you.
Miss Tina, who just has a pineapple emoji. They send $10. We got Natalie, who writes, "Love the show and the support for Gaza, free Palestine, and keep up the good work." They send $10. Lise sends watermelon emojis. and sends
Oh,
$20.
I was like, what's the pineapple? I didn't understand. I know what the watermelon means, but the pineapple confused
If
me.
I ever said pineapple before, I definitely meant watermelon, and I'm just an idiot. Next up, we got Jennifer, who writes, for Nora's family, they send $1. Next up, we got Francis, who writes, thank you for your efforts in helping the people. They send $50. Thank you, Francis. Next up, we got
Thank you.
Miranda,
Jesus.
who writes, helping Nora's family, $2. Taylor, who had an olive emoji, $10. Desiree, who wrote olive branch, $5. Shelby,
Hell yeah.
watermelon family, $1. Ma, who write Palestine, $1. Amanda, love to see you guys supporting Palestine. My Christian nationalist parents visited this week, and instead of kicking them when they said something ignorant, I sent money to a different Palestinian family's escape fund. They just left, and I figured the best way to celebrate is to give even more. Keep up the great work. Amanda sends $50. Thank you, Amanda.
Wow. Thank you very much. That's awesome.
Mickey writes for hashtag Operation Olive Branch. Keep up the great work, guys. Mickey sends $20.
Mickey, my friend.
My friend, Mickey. Bethany writes, as a queer poly-feminist woman, I was shocked to find out that one of my favorite podcasts would be 3 hetero monogamous men, but y'all are fantastic. It truly gives me hope for our future. Thanks for getting an exhausted accountant through busy season. Bethany sends $20. Thank you, Beth.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Bethany.
Grace writes, thank you for supporting the families in Palestine. Shout out Operation Olive Branch again. They send $5. Caitlin says, thanks for the amazing content and for supporting the cause, $10. Emily,
yeah.
Palestine, $3. Susan, I graduate medical school on May 18th. So congrats. You already did that shit.
Wow. Nice.
Been listening. We have, it feels like at least 4 or 5 doctors.
Yeah, the
which is
doctor
crazy.
to
Wikimaniac ratio is only growing.
lawyers and therapists as well.
We're a lucky bunch.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Been listening since 2021 and can't wait to be a rich as an exhausted baby doctor. Thanks for doing what y'all do. They send $5.
Thank you.
Susie writes, okay, I know it's been a while, but I am back to bug you once more. You guys should have listeners call in to tell their Am I the Asshole stories like once a week or once a month, starting with me, of course. Susie sends $30. Susie,
We have kicked around that idea.
we have kicked that idea around. We do like it.
The only thing is I wish we had and I say we, I meant the 2 guys that I work with, Sean and John. I wish they had more time, that it would be easier to schedule, because we are
callers. We're very
very hit and
limited.
miss on the schedule.
And then also, it would be good to have I guess you are a producer and you could go through and make sure nobody says anything insanely problematic.
True.
But yeah, we've talked about doing that during live shows too. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah, in a Discord call or something like that.
Yeah, on our Patreon live shows that we do every month. If you're a
Yeah.
patron.
We did one last week as
Yeah.
this is
Coming out. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely an idea we have in the works, Susie. We would like to do it. And when we do, we'll call you. We'll give you a call. Next up, we got Ananda, who writes, thank you for using your platform to stand in solidarity and using specific language to name the cleansing. Also, important, you might want to suggest that your donors don't use any words or emojis that relate to the specifics, because you might not be able to keep your account running. Ananda sends $2, which is not even anything I thought about. So
Hasn't happened yet, so we're fingers crossed. But
fingers crossed. But yeah, maybe just write your
send
call
pineapple
to action.
emojis.
Send pineapple emojis. There we go. Next up, we got Tabby, who writes, so proud of y'all for using y'all's influence to support the people of Palestine. They send $5. Miriam writes, hey, Sean, spelled SCHZAUGHN. A Z in there. Hate that for me.
Crazy.
They write, I've never sent y'all a Venmo, but it seemed like the perfect time to start. Thank you for bringing awareness to Gaza. They send $5. Next up, we got Brooke, who writes, I've watched this pod since almost the beginning. I love listening, and I love that you're helping those in need. Brooke sends $100. Brooke.
Oh my goodness. Thank you very much, Brooke. That's amazing.
A writes, I never feel so happy to listen to this podcast. Thank you for using your space to help address Palestine. They send $9.25. Safia writes, thank you for supporting Palestine. They send $40.
Wow.
Navnet
Thank you.
writes, I've been listening for a while now and love the podcast. This is my first time Venmoing. So happy to hear that you guys are trying to do your part in helping those that are suffering. Navnet sends $20.
Awesome.
Mandy writes, hey guys, here to send another $5. I know the goats are donating to Gaza, so amazing. Y'all are doing great things. I sent y'all a DM on Insta about reading my Reddit story and hearing y'all's advice. At Legally Pill Poppin' is my Reddit user. Once again, love y'all. Mandy sends $5. Mandy, I'm writing a note right now that I am I'm gonna look up your post immediately and my next episode, which I think is next week because John's not back.
Yeah.
I got you, Mandy. I got you.
Yeah, because John is the only one with the Instagram access right now. It's a flaw in the system, and
Yeah.
he's gone.
But you gave me your Reddit user account, so I'll find it. I got you.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Madison who writes, hi, boys. Thanks for donating the Venmos and using your platform. I just became a rich this month, and I'm catching up on all the bonus content now.
Hell yeah.
Madison sends $8.
Thank you.
Next up, we got a Venmo goat at this point. Michaela writes, octogenarian garage door opener. Michaela sends 11 cents. Next up, we got Samantha who writes, who the fuck is Josh? Heard he felt left out. Thanks for doing good things with your platform, dudes. Samantha sends $5.
Thank you. Who the fuck is that guy, though?
Who the fuck is that guy? And they spelled it correctly. Love that.
Oh, wow. Even better.
Ivy writes, thank you for always choosing kindness and empathy. Philanthropy is hot, y'all. $25. Thank you, Ivy.
Damn.
Next up, we got Christy, who wrote, donation to Gaza. I don't want to say any crazy shit, but I'm glad I can donate to such a worthwhile cause. Christy sends $50. Thank you, Christy.
Thank you, Christy.
Priscilla, been meaning to do this now, and now I've finally been called to action. Love the content and love y'all standing on business. Priscilla sends $25.
Awesome.
Cynthia writes, this is in honor of my 3 beautiful blessings, Noah, Abigail, and Audrey. Thankful I could still tuck them in at night. I ask that you find it in your heart to donate what you can. Cynthia sends $30. Thank you.
Thank you, Cynthia.
All right, Josh, can you give me a deep and guttural yeah? Example, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. Annie writes, could I get some LA Night style yes for? All right, so every time I read something, you're going to give me a yeah.
All right.
Here we go. For finishing year 8 of teaching band.
Yeah.
For starting my master's in music education.
Yeah.
For my 3rd year wedding anniversary.
Yeah.
And also giving yourselves a yeah for how awesome y'all are.
Yeah.
Thank you, Annie. And thank you, Josh. Amazing, yes. Annie sends $4. Next up, we have a few more. Lydia, who writes, thank you for the shout out, but more importantly, thanks for joining Operation Olive Branch. Lydia sends $3. Cherie sends $10 and says, thank you for supporting the people of Gaza. My kids are half Palestinian, and this is a very close issue to our hearts. Next up, we got CS, who writes, I've been listening to a long time and never have sent money since things are tight, but I really want to support this cause and y'all for publicly supporting it. CS sends $5. Next up, we got Candace, who wrote olive emoji, dove emoji, heart emoji. They sent $5. And last but not least, we got Melanie, who wrote, from the river to the sea, Palestine shall be free. They send $30. So a grand total of Venmo for just this week, $644.73. You guys, thank you guys so much.
Damn, that makes me excited. Yes, thank you very much, everyone who has sent in, whether it was a couple cents to $100. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll give you an update before I hop into my donations on how the fundraising is going.
Oh yeah.
So when we started off, I think there was less than $1,500 donated towards Nora and her family. As we were recording this, we're closing in on $5,200.
Fuck yes. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. So doing amazing work. Currently, Reddit on Wiki top donation is $650. So we can top that with the Venmos that we have so far.
We definitely
awesome.
will be, because last week we got $133, and the week before that we had $238, and all our previous Venmos are going there as well. So guys,
and that's not even including the PayPals I'm about to read out. So.
Yeah, and we have a whole another week to go as well. So thank you guys so much.
That's amazing. I like I said, I shortlist 20, just first 20 that sent in PayPal donations. If you don't hear your name, don't worry, you will make it on the next list. I'm just reducing it a little bit so that I'm not reading a huge list like Sean just did.
I'm so sorry. That might be the last time.
Because it was backlog too.
Yeah. It was backlog. So
yeah. And I just wanted to say, amazing comments. Obviously there's a couple dumb comments that we get, but
I saw a few on Instagram that made me laugh.
Yeah, but like 99% of the comments were supportive and loving the cause. So thank you very much for everyone who didn't write a hateful comment, because I think saving children should just be an easy thing to do. I don't know. Like, it seems like a weird thing to fight on, but like I said, those were few and far between comments. So thank you everyone leaving the good ones. Mm-hmm. All right. Starting it off with Tanya, who sent $1. Berga sent $1.34. And I got to say, most of these don't have comments, but there are a couple here with comments. Laura says, longtime listener, but unfortunately poor, but also really glad to pitch in when I can. Thank you for speaking up for such an important cause. Greetings from Finland. Love y'all. And they send $1.34. So thank you, Laura.
Oh, yeah.
Caitlin sends $1.98. Nutsa sends $2.37. I also apologize if I mispronounce anyone's name. Mistopia sends $3.40 and says best of luck to them with a heart emoji. Audrey sends $4.43. Catherine sends $5. Allison and Nadia send $5.46 each. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Natasha, from Toronto. They say, hello from Toronto. Just wanted to say thank you for being the exception to the rule with men about men with podcasts and not being absolute trash. I might not even choose the bear if any of you three were the other option. Thank you very much, but always choose the bear.
Yeah, I did not know
the general rule.
The whole specific thing of that, and I chose the man. My bad.
And then Natasha says, how did you guys meet? And I can go through quick, like how John and I met, because John's the connector between Sean and I. But I started a podcast, Let's Start a Cult, around the same time John started his last podcast, Dumbfound Dead. So we were on Twitter around the same time and just happened to get in the same indie circles. I liked his vibe on Twitter and invited him on, and we hit it off instantly, and he became my top guest on that podcast.
Co-host almost.
John loved, shit talking religious cults and making puns inappropriately on that show. So, he asked me like 2 years after that if I wanted to start a podcast with this other guy who I didn't know at the time until Sean and I met on our very first episode, which was it was an episode we never were sure if we were going to release, to be honest. The Aswang episode.
And we did.
And
we did release.
And we did. We did a release.
That was the first time Josh and I meeting. We are on a published podcast.
Yeah, so if Sean and I are a little bit timid in the first 10 episodes, that's why, because we had no idea who the other one was.
I tried to break the ice immediately by making Josh read smut, which...
Yeah, and then we got demonetized on YouTube.
Immediately. Strike one on the... I met John kind of in a similar way. We are both... I had another podcast called Shots and Thoughts. Still sort of going. I don't know. Debatable. And he had his Dumbfound Dead going. We both got nominated for Best Asian Comedy Podcast. So we hit each other up for a collab. We collabed. We were like, holy shit, we like all the same shit. And then when Dumbfound Dead came to end and he wanted to podcast, he was like, hey, I have this idea. It'd be with me, Hugh, and this guy named Josh from this other podcast. Let's start a cult. I think you guys would get along. This is my spiel. And then we kind of just game planned on a theme for what we wanted the show to be.
I was going to say, he had a very rough idea.
No, he
from
had
what
the
I
name.
recall.
He had the name and no other idea.
He's like, I wanted to have something to do with Reddit and Wiki because I have a great name. And we were just like, all right, let's build around that.
Yeah, let's figure it out. But yeah, that's how I met John and then how I met Josh. Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. So thank you, Natasha, for that question and the $5.46.
Hell yeah.
Which Donatella also sends $5.46. Thank you very much. Claudia sends $10.61. Atlantis sends $15. Sierra sends $15.76, as well as Halsey, who sends $15.76. So thank you very much. The Halsey. Raja sends $18.85. Says thank you guys with the heart emoji. Hearts back to you. Robin sends $20.91. Maya sends $50.
Ooh.
Thank you to you, Maya. And last but not least, Kimberly, who said, I'll read out the number. It says $71.37, but they say, this was $69 before the fees because it's so nice of y'all for doing this. Sending love from Canada. So fist bump for $69.
Love a
Thank
$69.
you very much, Kimberly.
And so does Giles. If you're a patron or a YouTube member, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So thank you everyone for sending in the donations for Nora and her family, and everyone who's donated directly to Operation Olive Branch. We appreciate you as well. We just can't see those donations, but we are just as happy they're going there. What a great organization and a great cause.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. Like Josh said, we're going to continue doing this for the foreseeable future. So please feel free to donate to Venmo or to the PayPal. The links are in the show notes. But yeah, thank you guys. That's it for this episode. We'll see you on Friday for Josh's Am I the Asshole?
Whoa. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Whoa, yeah,
if you
do
really
that
liked
shit.
Us.
Oh yeah, call to action. List your favorite sex position. Okay, bye. Thank you.
Get therapy.